Hello everyone, welcome to Lounge Talk with Miss Sunita. Lounge Talk is a weekly expression of opinions, ideas, and experiences from individuals making an impact in this world. The idea of Lounge Talk is to showcase the extraordinary steps these individuals have taken to make an impact in their world.
He said it was hard at first because not everyone wanted to listen, because everyone thought they were right all the time. And if they didn't listen, you would be forced to take them to the teachers and they would lie, thinking that you just don't like the person. But after a few weeks, I just started being more serious about the job because I knew that it was given to me because they knew I was capable of doing it. That's all.
Being a prefect was challenging at first. When you tell the class to stop making noise, they will be like, no, you're just a kid, you don't know what you're doing. Then it was hard for me at first, then I just prayed and God showed me the way. And when they were making noise, I just used to tell them, guys, stop making noise, I'll take it to the head. That's when I controlled them and God helped me to be a good leader.
Being a class monitress was and is a really challenging job considering my class. They make a lot of noise, they run around, go out of class, they go to different classes, start playing around, and it's a really challenging job for me and for everyone who is taking that responsibility, with the fact that they will make a lot of noise and they will do a lot of crazy things, but taking charge and doing the right thing, taking charge and showing them that you are the one in charge, just makes everything seem right.
At first, being a prefect was kind of challenging for me because the guys never used to listen in class. But ever since the teacher gave me the right and I believed that I could do it, I used to make the class pray as in like every morning. If they don't, I would go to tell the teacher and the teacher would punish them. So every morning I used to make them pray. They used to do what I was leading them to do. As in like when they are throwing papers around, I would tell them to pick them up. If they make noise, I would tell them to stop.
Following the clip that you have watched, even the children who were class monitors, prefects at their respective schools, one thing they know is that in leadership, prayer is the key. To be an effective leader, you have to pray. It takes prayer. You lead from your knees. Prayer is a spiritual discipline. This is why you must pray, whether you feel like or not as a leader. Welcome to the Lounge Talk with Miss Sunita. Even as we continue from the clip that we watched, where the children who were prefects were talking and they emphasized so much on prayer. There's a man in the Bible who was a man of prayer, a leader of God's people. This is Hezekiah. Hezekiah became a king at the age of 25. And he was a leader, very powerful leader, for 29 years. And he did what was right in the eyes of God. Hezekiah, a prayerful man, a great leader, a leader of God's people. Even at the age of 25, he knew the importance of prayer. He knew that being a great leader, you must be a man or a woman of prayer. In this leadership journey, when the king of Assyria said to Hezekiah, "You say you have a strategy and military strength, but you speak only empty words. On who are you depending that you rebel against me? When all this was said to Hezekiah, 2 Kings 19:14, he went up to the temple of the Lord and spread that letter before God. He knew that in leadership you can only win battles through prayer. And Hezekiah prayed to the Lord, and God heard him. A leader of prayer, a man of prayer. Another incident is 2 Kings 20, while he was still leading. When he got sick, the Lord told Isaiah to tell Hezekiah that he's going to die. But Hezekiah, what he did, he faced towards the wall and prayed to God. Even when God said you are going to die, he prayed. He knew the importance of prayer. He knew how important prayer is. And in his prayer, this is what Hezekiah said: "Remember, O Lord, how I have walked before you, faithfully and with wholeheartedly devotion, and have done what is good in your eyes." Even as a leader, he had that courage. He had that courage even when he was praying. He was courageous in his prayer. To be effective as a leader, you need to pray without ceasing. As a leader, pray without ceasing. Hezekiah, a great leader, he prayed without ceasing. When he faced opposition, he prayed. When he was sick, he prayed. So as a leader, when you pray for your followers, pray for them. Pray for the followers, those that are following you. Always remember to pray for them. You can even teach them how to pray so that they can also pray for you. As you pray for them, they also pray for you as a leader. No one leads in isolation. Jesus also prayed. This is why disciples in Luke 11 from verse 1, disciples said, "Teach us how to pray." Because they heard their leader pray. They knew that their leader always prayed. He prayed most of the time. And they said, "Teach us also how to pray so that we can also pray." Hezekiah was a prayerful leader. So was Jesus, a prayerful leader. Jesus also took time to pray for himself, followers, and believers. No one has ever come to the Lord and gone away disappointed. As a leader, one of the key ingredients is prayer. Always pray. Take time to pray. Whether you are busy or not, it's important to pray. Always pray. You have a plan, always pray about it. Pray for your followers. Pray for the plans. Pray for the goals that you have set, which you want to achieve. You're still watching the Lounge Talk with Miss Sunita, and we are leading like Hezekiah, a man of prayer. Always pray as a leader. Effective prayer. Elijah said in 1 James, it says, "An effective prayer of a righteous man availeth much." So as a leader, remember also to pray. Pray in accordance with the scriptures. When you're a leader, you don't have to pray prayers like where you are telling God to fill in the missing words. As a leader, you have all the time in the world. When it comes to prayer, you have all the time in the world. You have to be specific. What are you praying for? Pray. If it is for yourself, pray. If it is for your followers, pray. What is it that you want? What is it that you want God to do for you? Always remember to pray. Pray effective. The best way to lead is from your knees. Always pray. We have great ministers of the gospel that spend most of their time preaching. We have Pastor Chris Oyakilome. He always prays. He always prays. In the Bible, we have the one we're talking about, Hezekiah. He always prayed. When he faced opposition, he prayed to God. And the battle was won. The burden was lighter. Martin Luther declared that, this is Martin Luther, and I quote, "I have so much business I cannot get on without spending 3 hours daily in prayer." So as a leader, you might be busy, but you must find time to pray. Prayer should be the key. Prayer should be the number one thing. As a leader, as you lead your people. Then in India, there was John Hyde. He made prayer such a dominant characteristic of his life, such that he was nicknamed the praying Hyde. He always took time to pray. He always took time to pray. John Hyde knew the importance. Martin Luther knew the importance. Hezekiah knew the importance of praying. Jesus also knew the importance of praying, such that even the disciples said, "Teach us how to pray." So as a leader, as you lead also from your knees. Always take time to pray. Always take time to pray. Being a leader is not an easy task. So always remember to pray. That God will teach you. God will direct you also as you lead his people. Always pray. An effective prayer of a righteous man availeth much. An effective prayer is specific in purpose, filled with zeal, fervency, and marked by deep feeling of conviction. It touches your heart and gets a hold of emotions as you render it to God. It enables much persistence and continuance. That means you maintain your stance in a constant manner. Be specific. That is an effective prayer. You have to be specific. Don't expect God, you pray a prayer where you say, God, to fill in the missing words, fill in the missing sentences. Where you pray and you continue saying, Lord, whatever I've left, add. You have all the time. Speak out. What is it that you want God to do? Don't leave it to God to say, add whatever I've left. Speak it out. You have all the time. Just like you have the time to carry out your goals, you have the time also to pray and talk to God. Be specific in your prayer, so that even when you leave or when your term of office comes to an end, followers will remember you, and a good story will be written about you. We are still talking about Hezekiah. And this is what was said about Hezekiah. There was none like him among all kings of Judah. Before him and after him, there was none like Hezekiah, the man of prayer. Be a leader of prayer. Lead from your knees. This has been the Lounge Talk with Miss Sunita. Till next time, God richly bless you.